I wanted to talk about something called Administrative Services Only, or ASO, as it applies to disability insurance. Now, what this is a program where the employer will create a relationship with an insurance company, and the insurance company looks at the claims that are made and evaluates the claims to determine if they're eligible for payment. So it basically contracts out the approval process to an insurance company. The employer then pays the amount that is due if the application succeeds. Now, the problem with ASO, as it's called, is that if the employer becomes insolvent or bankrupt and can't pay the amount, the sums that are normally due on the disability payments become unsecured trade creditors and likely will get nothing or a very modest 1 or 2% recovery. Ontario and every other province has something called the Insurance Act, and the Insurance Act is determined to assess the financial solvency of the insurance companies that are selling insurance, not just disability, but life insurance, what have you. So the purpose of the Insurance Act is to make sure the public is secure in the event there is a claim made against the insurance. So ASO, it just basically negates all that. It throws it out the window and basically says, well, that's too bad. And if there's a claim and the employer is insolvent, you get nothing. It's really bizarre that this is allowed to exist. The federal government banned this about 10 years ago, I think it's a little bit longer, for federally regulated employers. Ontario introduced legislation in 2015, but never enacted it. The last words from the Ontario government was that, well, we're going to ask for comments from the public, and that was 10 years ago. So this is really, really bad stuff. If you are in employment with an ASO policy and you become seriously ill and can't work, then you're at risk of losing your disability payments. All this brings to mind the need for private disability insurance that you can carry with you from employer to employer. Because the other issue, apart from what I've said above, is that if you terminate your employment for any reason and then accept new employment somewhere else that has disability, then there's a period of 2 years in which you have to show that you're not suffering from any pre-existing disabilities. So it's a complicated world, and the best thing you can possibly do is buy private disability insurance. If you see ASO, you got to really worry, because just like happened with Hudson's Bay and with Eaton's and with Nortel, the people on disability for 10, 15, whatever years for serious problems become unsecured trade creditors and get nothing. It's really unfair.